and welcome to another video by the Peppytechie. You know, Mom is very worried about this virus. So, because you can't catch it from a puppy, the Peppytechie wanted Daisy to do the introductions. So today, without further ado, here's another video by the Peppytechie. Hey Mom, you're up. Your turn. And hey, wash your hands before you touch the computer, okay?
Hi, and welcome to another video by the Peppytechie. Today, I'd like to take a moment to hope and pray that all of you are safely at home and with those that you love. And during this time of uncertainty and maybe a little fear, that you are staying happy. And I don't like to call this social distancing. You got me right here. We're calling it physical distancing because socially we can reach out to all our friends and family. I know I've been reaching out to some of my YouTube family and also to my own family and friends. And actually what it's done is I've actually called people I haven't called in a while and I needed to call. So it's made me feel great by talking to people that I love so very much and haven't always made time in a busy schedule to reach out. So take the time and physically distance, but socially get a hold of those people that you care about. Without further ado, we're going to talk today about overhead recording. I've gotten a couple questions, and what I would like to do today is just show you my simple setup. You know, I looked at tripods that over my iPad, and they were quite a bit of money. And then all of a sudden, I looked at my tripods and said, wait a minute, my tripods go all the way up and then move at a 90-degree angle so they can look down at my iPad or whatever else I want to videotape. And I have an iPhone that I used in the past that I didn't sell back or trade. And I thought, let me use that as my camera. So I thought, wait a minute, if I use an iPhone to record my iPad, then I can just use AirDrop, throw the video right straight to my iPad, and I'm working in LumaFusion or iMovie or whatever I want to. So that's what I do. And I can also use it on my personal cell phone. And I do that a lot. And actually today, it's what I'm going to do. I'm going to videotape me videotaping me videotaping. It's a lot of videotaping. So anyway, let's get to it. And I'm going to show you my setup. All right, I'm going to try not to make any of you dizzy or nervous as I hand hold this. I'll be moving fairly slowly. The key to recording handheld. And this is my desk. I just went out and got one of those split computer desks. I think it cost me less than $30. And it works great because over here, of course, is the Peppytechie's actual desk. All right, so let's look at this setup, first of all. Right here is my microphone. Okay, it's set up here. It's got also on one of those little tripods. I'm going to put a link to all of the things I use because pretty much everything has either come from Amazon or B&H. And this is my Manfrotto tripod that everything's set up on. And you can see how it turns at a 90-degree angle. Here's my other Manfrotto top. And there it is, just straight up and down. You can see right here when I pull it all the way up, if I loosened it, and then I can lay it down just like this one. So I'm going to put a link to those or something similar to it, maybe some inexpensive ones that are out there as well. I do use these for photography, so that's why I've always had them. I do have this Manfrotto clamp for my phone, and I have another one up here. By the way, I have an extra helper down here. Daisy girl, thank you for the intro. Nope, not interested. So from the back here, I'm going to show you, this is my iPad that is my teleprompter, and it is on a newer clamp and little bracket they have here, and this thing is awesome. I'll put a link to it down below. It comes with this fabulous clamp, can use on a desk or obviously on a tripod. It's got this connector here. When you loosen this up, it lets you move it any way you want it. And then of course I have a bracket to hold the iPad itself. Here is the camera now that I use to record myself. I was using this iPhone, but I found I really like my new DJI Osmo Action, and so I'm using that and my Movo wireless microphone And you can see I have this little adapter that allows me to hook up the microphone because the DJI Osmo does not come with it. And this is one of the main reasons I got this versus other high-end cameras. One, I can take this when I do action, and I can use it right here in my office to record. And the adapter's only $10 versus some of those others. There's my iPad. And of course, there's my old iPhone. And it's set and ready to record. It also has a power supply because I got the camera adapter from iPhone. Now, the reason it has black tape is because it was reflecting onto the iPad, and I didn't want that. So I put some black tape. It kind of stops it from reflecting straight down onto the iPad. And this is the microphone from my blue microphone right here. Hooks right into that camera adapter and works. I don't know if you can see the camera adapter little slogan, but that's right there. And then, of course, there's the lightning power. Now, my setup down below. Yes, when I'm doing overhead, I do use the iPencil, and it's the newest one. I really do like it. I had to go out and buy the new one to go with the newer iPad. Now, you don't have to do fancy. I got these at a conference one time. You don't have to. You can buy these, I think, at Staples or anywhere else for pretty cheap. On my actual iPad, of course, you have the new iPad adapter, and it has the HDMI, the USB, and, of course, a power for 2.0 to go with the newer iPads. Those of you who know me and have seen my other video, I'll put a link to this up above as well. This is what I use to get SSD cards onto my iPad or from a USB drive. And of course you have power here and data and headphone jack. It does not, I can use this as a microphone too. This is where I hook the microphone, same USB setup, and I hook that up and it works as a microphone as well. And then, of course, I have HDMI on this. And if you want information on this, there's a link down below. And also I have a video out on how I use that. So I hope you like that little quick tour. You know, there's some other things you can do. I don't have an iPhone sitting around. Hey, I get it. Maybe you've got an old digital point and shoot sitting around. And you can get a clamp and use even this clamp that I have here. You can use that on this phone. And then some of these have a microphone jack. If they don't, that's the biggest thing you're looking for is a mic jack. This one doesn't. What I did is I used my mic over here on my computer and I recorded into Audacity and then I just put it back into my iPad. So I just sync it up and it works fine with LumaFusion, iMovie. You know, it takes a little tweaking, but once you do it, it's pretty easy to do. So that's one remedy for you. So there you go. Some other little tools that I advise. A remote, so that if I'm working on this overhead iPhone, I can just turn it on and off. Oop, it's on, off. Couple tips on the iPad itself. Clean your iPad. Oh, I have done some videos. Thought they were fabulous. So excited. Really, voice perfect. Kept my verbiage correctly. Speed nice. Great lesson. And then I looked at the recording and the iPad was all smeary with my fingerprints. Bummer. Redo. And you got to redo the whole thing. So, you know, if you got an eyeglass cloth, turn off your iPad and clean it really, really well. Shine a light on it so you can actually see all that dust and dirt or fingerprints that you might have. It helps a lot. Make sure you have power on both the overhead and the iPad itself. That really helps. It's nothing worse than running out of power when you think you're actually recording 100%. And if you did notice I'll put a picture right up here, the DJI Osmo Action is actually on a power brick, which is a handheld tripod. So it actually provides power. There's a tripod end. Now I do have them on clamps, which I love these clamps. I will put them down below. They are a lifesaver. If you don't have a tripod, you could actually use those really, really easily. So the other thing that I do use for my lights is I have this little zap, and now I can just turn off my lights. The one over there is not. Thanks so much for watching the Peppytechie YouTube channel. And remember, just get to it. You can do it. Hey, thanks so much for watching. Hope you'll subscribe to the Peppytechie channel. Please make sure you hit the bell so you'll be notified when I make a new video. And leave your comments down below. Your questions, your thoughts, even your advice is much appreciated. And don't forget to smash that like button. Thanks for watching the Peppytechie channel.